Hi there. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Friday, January 10th, 2025, and I am Robin with In the Family Way Coaching. I hope you're doing great today. Thank you for joining me for these first 10 days for the event. And today I am going to be sharing my camera space with, at special request, by Pearl and Forrest and Jedi and Diamond, that they would like to see Scooby. Scooby often sits on my lap during the recordings, but you can't see him. And the last couple of days, he has not been on my lap. So there was no place for me to share him. But today, he has crawled up on my lap and he is sleeping. He likes to be covered with a blanket. So he is often covered with a blanket. But today, I will keep him a little uncovered so you can enjoy the Scooby viewing. And I will share the camera. And I hope you can hear me okay. I did a test with the microphone, and it seemed to be okay. So here we are with our Scooby. Thank you for sharing my space. You see, my head is a little chopped off here, but it's worth it for Scooby. Let's see if I can get him up a little higher for you. Let's have you turn around a little bit so everybody can see you today, Scooby. Scooby has no idea he's being filmed, of course. He just wants to sit on my lap under a blanket. Let's look at the camera a little bit. So there you go, Jedi, Pearl, and Diamond, and Forest. There is your Scooby request. Oh, there we go. If I don't cover him back up, he'll just jump off my lap and go somewhere else. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and start with our daily reading for our day by day kids Bible, reading through the Bible in 1 year. And I have my calendar here. I have put my sticker on the calendar, and I hear Pearl, or let's see, no, Diamond really enjoyed putting her stickers on the calendar. So I'm so glad, Diamond, that you love putting the stickers on there. You have those little crosses, just perfect for your little fingers. So today's entry is going to talk about what the chapter calls Esau's trick, or Jacob's trick. But really, I've always thought that the story should be called Rebecca's trick. You might remember from our story with Abraham, I'm sorry, with Isaac's two boys, when Rebecca was pregnant with Esau and Jacob, that they were pushing around inside of her. And Rebecca went to God and said, "What's going on in here?" And God told her that she had two babies and they would each be a nation, and that the younger would serve the older. So Jacob is the younger son, and so Esau is the older one. And so what that what God told us is that Esau, instead of being the oldest brother and the one who would be getting most of the inheritance, is that Jacob would be getting it. And God knew this even before they were born, that that was going to happen. And then what happened? Esau came in one day and he was hungry, and Jacob was cooking. And when he was cooking, Esau said, "Oh, I'm starving. Give me some of that soup." And Jacob wouldn't just give him soup, he sold him the soup. He said, "If you want it, then you're going to have to give me everything that you get when our father dies." And Esau did it. And that was not right of him to have done so. And it wasn't right of Jacob to try to sell the soup for the birthright. And now we're going to hear about how Jacob goes even further. He wasn't just satisfied with buying the birthright from Esau with the soup. He wanted to make sure that he took even his dad's blessing. And it wasn't his idea, it was his mom's idea. So today we're going to pick up in Genesis 27 and 28, and it says Jacob tricks Isaac. Isaac grew old. He couldn't see anymore. One day he called Esau to come to him. "I'm old now," said Isaac. "I don't know when I might die. So take your bow and arrow. Go to the field and get some meat for me. Cook the meat the way I like it. Let me eat it, and then I will pray for God's best to come to you." Now Rebekah heard what Isaac told Esau, and she waited until Esau had gone hunting. Then she talked to Jacob. "I heard your father talking to Esau," said Rebekah. He told Esau to bring him some meat to eat, and then he's going to pray God's best for Esau. So listen to me. Do what I say. Bring me some goat meat. I'll cook it the way your father likes it. Then you can take it to him, and he can eat it and pray for God's best for you." "But Esau is hairy," said Jacob. "I have smooth skin. What if my father feels my smooth skin? Then he'll think I'm playing a trick on him. He will pray for bad things for me, and he won't pray for good things." "The bad words can be from me," said Rebekah. "Just do what I tell you." So Jacob got goat meat for Rebekah, his mother, and she cooked it the way Isaac liked it. And then she put Esau's best clothes on Jacob. Then she put goat skins on Jacob's hands and neck. She also gave the goat meat and bread to Jacob. And so Jacob went to Isaac. "Father," he said. "Who is it?" asked Isaac. "I'm Esau," said Jacob. "I did what you asked me to. Eat some of this meat. Then you can pray God's best for me." "How could you get the meat so fast?" asked Isaac. "God helped me," said Jacob. Then Isaac said, "Let me touch you. I want to make sure you really are Esau." So Jacob moved closer to Isaac. Isaac felt his skin. "Your voice sounds like Jacob, but your hands feel like Esau." "Are you really Esau?" he asked. "Yes," said Jacob. "Bring me the meat to eat," said Isaac, "and then I'll pray for God's best to come to you." So Jacob took the meat to Isaac, and Isaac ate it. Then Jacob gave Isaac some wine, and Isaac drank it. "Come and kiss me, son," said Isaac. So Jacob kissed Isaac. Isaac smelled Esau's clothes on Jacob. So Isaac prayed for God's riches to come to Jacob. Isaac said, "My son smells like a field that God has been good to. I pray that God will give you rain from heaven. I pray that he will give you rich earth. And I pray that he will give you lots of grain and wine. I pray that other nations will be your servant. I pray that your brothers and other people will bow to you. And may bad come to people who speak bad words about you. And may good come to people who say good things about you." Jacob left Isaac after this prayer. And it wasn't long until Esau came back from hunting. And he brought back the good meat that his father loved. He cooked it up, and then he took it to Isaac. "Sit up and eat," said Esau. "Then you can pray for God's best to come to me." "Who is this?" asked Isaac. "I'm your son Esau," said Esau. Isaac began to shake. "Who was in here before? Who cooked food for me? I prayed for God's best to come to him." "Oh, pray for me too, father," Esau cried. "Jacob tricked me," said Isaac. "He took the prayer I was going to pray for you." "He's tricked me 2 times," Esau said. "He sold me soup, so he gets everything you should give me when you die. And now he took my prayer. Isn't there any prayer you can say for me?" "All the family will bow to Jacob," said Isaac, "and they'll be his servants. He will have lots of grain and wine. What can I pray for you?" Is there just one prayer for good things, Father? Oh, pray for me too, said Esau. And Esau cried. Then Isaac said, You will not live with rich earth. You will not live with heaven's rain. You will fight, and you will be a servant to Jacob. But a day will come when you won't serve him anymore. And from then on, Esau was angry with Jacob, and he said, It won't be long until my father dies, and then I'll kill Jacob. Now, someone told Rebekah what Esau had said, so she called for Jacob. Esau plans to kill you, she said. So run away to my brother, Laban. You can stay there until Esau stops being so angry, and I will let you know when you can come back. Now, Esau had married 2 women, and they were from families who did not know or love God. So Rebekah talked to Isaac about it. It's hard for me to live with these women around. What if Jacob marries the same kind of women? Then I wouldn't want to live anymore. So Isaac called Jacob. Don't marry someone from this land, he said. Go to Laban's house and find a wife from his family. May God give you the same promise he gave my father Abraham, and may your family become a big nation. And that's the end of our January 10th reading for today. We see Rebecca was very skillful in manipulating the situation. She already knew that God had told her that her younger son would be the one who would rule over the older son. And she was not satisfied just to know that this would be the case. She helped it right along. Or it could be that that's what God meant was going to happen. We don't know for certain, but that is definitely what ended up occurring. And then when she told Esau to go hide in her home country where her brother Laban was, then she even talked to Isaac and got him to make it his idea. So now Jacob, he followed along with what his mom said. And it's possible that as he grew up, maybe he was told about the story before he was born. We don't know that. But at any rate, when his mom suggested to him that he do something bad, he didn't have to do it. And he came up with reasons why he shouldn't, and she just made it so that he would anyways. Gave him reasons and said, "Oh, that's okay. We'll fix the smooth arms. We'll put goat's hair on you and like that." Now Isaac, he was very suspicious, and Jacob still lied. So it's a disappointing thing, and not everything that everybody does in the Bible is wonderful and righteous. And so it shows us that we are not to behave in such a manner. God is always able to provide for us. We don't need to help him by being deceitful. We don't need to do that. And that is how Jacob was in general. And we will see that later on as well, that he was always looking to work situations into his favor once he gets to his uncle Laban's house. And I don't know if you can hear it, but Scooby is snoring a little bit under the blanket. So I will give you another quick peek at Scooby. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Oh, he's up down a little low here. Let's say hello to your fan club, Scooby. He just wants to snuggle. There's our Scooby for the day. So thank you for requesting to see Scooby. And even if you don't see him on screen, he may very well be on my lap. Not always, but there's a good chance he may be on my lap that day. Let's see if I can turn a little bit. We can get a Scooby face shot here. He just wants to lay down. Not going to happen. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. And I hope that you have a great weekend. And I will see you again tomorrow for our daily Bible reading. Have a great day.